The third part of my vlog. Okay, look, I found there's the rover, and then there's more stuff over there. Say hi, Kimberly. Kimberly, say hi. Kimberly, say hi.
Just a minute. Come on in.
Come on. No one's saying hi. No one's saying hi. This is very
over here,
rude.
guys. Come on in.
Roger, say hi again. Nope, okay, fine.
So how's everybody doing this morning?
Good.
So
Okay, there it is.
I'll be the talking ahead with you guys the rest of the morning.
That's Mark.
We will be joined by a lady named Kim. She's going to be bringing
Mark, that's you in the future.
once we leave the building. But I just want to say, hey, cool, thanks for coming out to visit us today. Wanted to welcome to our museum, first of all. This is our tiny little museum. You guys lucked out because we got like the shortest path to walk today. The other groups have to go away and then come back here, so we kind of scored. But I did want to mention a few things, and then I'll give you a little bit of time to walk around in here. But we did want to start with these models of these rovers. These are just models, but they don't do anything but kind of look pretty, maybe. Right? But they are real size. They're actual size. So, and these represent the first like 2 generations of models that we sent to Mars. And the reason I say generations is because there was only one of the small ones, but there were twins of the big one. So the little rover, it all started, our sort of Mars rover exploration all began with that little bitty rover you see over there. So that was a rover called Sojourner. It was part of a mission called the Mars Pathfinder mission. And it landed on Mars on the 4th of July of 1997. And it wasn't so much of a mission to do science. You know, most of our missions were out there trying to learn what stuff is doing, right? What's going on out there, what things are made of and stuff like that. But this time around, this rover, this whole mission was really a test of how we landed on Mars. Have any of you kiddos ever seen before a video or animation, right, of how we bounced on Mars, how we used to land? No? Okay, so if you do, this video screen behind me shows it every few minutes. So if while I'm talking to you, you happen to see it, let me know and I'll turn around and walk you through it. But before we landed with that crazy rocket pack that you just saw, right, which was kind of nuts, but it worked. Before we ever tried that, though, we used to wrap the rovers in these giant balloons and bounce onto the surface. It was kind of crazy. It worked really well, but the balloons were enormous. Just to give you an idea of size, if you blew them all up while we were standing right here, they would have gone a little taller than the ceiling in here, and they would have surrounded most of the space that we're in. So, and they were made of a really strong material. They were made of a material called Vectran, and have you guys ever heard of Kevlar? That's the stuff they make like bulletproof vests out of. So it's similar to that. It's a very similar material. And there was a bunch of layers of that stuff. And it was almost like a football. You guys know how they make footballs? They have like an outer leather layer, but then inside there's like an air bladder, like a rubber bladder. It's kind of the same deal with the airbags. We had like the rubberish sort of bladder on the inside that held the air, and then these protective coatings around it. And it worked really, really well. But it was kind of crazy because we bounced like a half mile. That's a long way to bounce, right? And the problem when you're bouncing is you don't want to pop the airbags, which means the engineers are trying to tell the scientists that you guys need to pick a place where there aren't a lot of rocks, because we don't want to pop the airbags, right? That sort of makes sense. But the scientists argue back, well, those are the most boring places, right? So they kind of had this constant debate about where to go. So for the first rover called Spirit, well, let's just get back to that one. So as it worked out, that little bitty rover landed perfectly fine. We were very happy with it. And it was cool. It was only supposed to last a week. It lasted almost 3 months. So it was pretty cool. So then we said, all right, now we know we can land that way. How big of a rover can we build and still bounce? So then we developed 2 of these. And these are a lot bigger. We went from 30 pounds with the little guy to about 385 pounds each for these guys. But this time they had a job. These spacecraft were robotic geologists. Now, what does a geologist study? Geology. What is geology? The study of what?
Rocks.
Rocks and stuff. Right, exactly. Right, yeah. So that's what we were looking at, rocks and dirt and stuff. And the reason that was interesting was because there are certain minerals, and this is kind of what we were after. There are certain minerals that can't even really exist unless water